Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and I rather enjoyed one of the recent videos I made where I kind of built what I thought the regen team would look like for myself, right? And it seems like regen, I think, is at least a decent chance to be one of the leader skills that the new exchange Majin Buu unit could potentially have, right? And then of course we also have the Gotenks on the other end. Now, it seems like 99% of the time, all of these new Dokkan Fest exclusive units are introducing new categories, right? It's not every single time, but most of the time, right? So let's just move backwards on JP for Dokkan Fest exclusives for a little bit, right? Blue Kaioken Goku did not introduce a new category. Bardock did. Beerus did. Blue Vegito and Blue Gogeta did. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta did. Super Saiyan 3 Goku did. Cooler did. Future Gohan did, right? Cell did. AGL Gohan did. Piccolo did, right? So you just keep going back, and they all do. Like STR Namek Goku did. Gohan and Goten did. Like, you just keep going. Most of the time, you're going to get a new category. So Buu could easily be regen, and I feel like that's something they really should do. Now, I thought of a category for Gotenks, the Savior category. The only thing is, when I actually went through and built this, it seems to be a bit too good. So, obviously, it would not look... Like, we have 154 units here, and, like, when you look at the amount of LRs and Dokkan Fest exclusives and stuff, I just don't think it's going to be the case. Now, we can start with this guy. I feel like Gogeta, like, okay, so, like, Savior, right? Like, a character that would show up to save the day, or, like, they got an ability to save the day, or, something, right? Like, I feel like all the fusions pretty much are on here, right? So, like, Gogeta, Vegito, Gotenks, like, pretty much every single version of those three characters would be on here. Like, all the base form versions, all the blue versions, all the Super Saiyan versions, like, their role is to be the savior, right? Like, all three, like, Gogeta, Vegito, Gotenks, all of them. So, like, that, like, you start right there, and the category is already insane, right? Because then you pair up Blue Gogeta and Blue Vegito together, and any team you're able to do that on, it becomes one of the best teams in the game. It's just that simple. And then I'm sure this new Gotenks is going to be radical, and, like, all these fusions would share Fuse Fighter with each other. I really am hoping, though, that this new Gotenks, right? This new Gotenks, remember that he starts out as base form, transforms into Super Saiyan, then has an active skill to go Super Saiyan 3. I'm really hoping there's not really key shenanigan issues with him like they have with the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, both the tech and the physical one. But because of the fact that he has an active skill transformation, that means there would be a reason you would and then would not want to transform, right? So chances are that the Super Saiyan version of Gotenks could be very balanced. He could have maybe a support type ability. He could have good attack and defense. Maybe it'll be easy for him to super attack and stuff like that. And then I could see the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks just being like an offensive juggernaut, right? Shooting out like 6 million attack stats and stuff like that. Like, that would make sense to me. So we will see, right? God Goku has got to be on here, obviously. I mean, the Earth is done unless we get Super Saiyan God here. And God Goku comes out. So I think every God Goku from Battle of Gods would count. I think almost most Super Saiyan 3s should count. Like, Goku in general from the Buu Saga, I feel as though, like, every single Goku in the Buu Saga, starting from when he goes Super Saiyan 3 against Fat Buu, probably should be on this category. Because, there's the Super Saiyan 3 Goku that fights Fat Buu, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who I do have down here. I think he should be on there. I mean, well, this is, I believe the artwork of this is Goku against Janemba, and then his super attack is from Janemba, but, like, they've got him in the Buu Saga. They have him on Movie Heroes as well. He's on both teams, so, you could kind of, it's the fight against Buu, the fight against Janemba. It doesn't really matter. I would say that the fight against Janemba, he would not really count as the savior. I don't know if that would really, I guess you could, but I don't know. But Buu Saga, for sure, like, the way that went down, I feel like it could have. Although Goku did intentionally not try and kill Fat Buu, so there is that. Then in, the Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku, of course, we could very easily say that, him against Rudigarn, that could count. Maybe it couldn't. We'll see. Now, Gohan from the Cell games, I guess, is a little bit tricky. Remember, by the way, that there's never, like, they always mess the categories up, too. There's never consistency and stuff like that. So, like, very obvious options for this category would be not on here, right? Just go into these teams expecting there to be just bullshit, flat out. Unless it's like, you know, unless it's like Hybrid Saiyans or something like that. Like, there's just going to be bullshit on a category in Dokkan in this day and age. Whoever makes the decisions on categories kind of needs to be fired or something. Like we need to actually start watching the series or paying attention or whatever, you know. Nappa not being on Explosion of Anger. We're just not using our brains, you know. We're just not being intelligent at that point. Like, come on, let's go. Now this Gohan could potentially, he could be in there. You know, like, Goku sort of sets him up like, you know, hey, Gohan, you're here to save the day. So I do feel as though the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans from the Cell games could count. You probably could count Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the BoJack movie as well, but maybe not. That's harder to say, right? Obviously, Trunks and Goten, you know, they're fusing and stuff. They would be on there. Bardock, I don't know. I feel like I almost don't think Bardock should be on here. Nah, I'm going to take LR Bardock off, actually. Because, you know, sure, like he does kind of think he's going to make a difference against Frieza and stuff like that. But, like, when they would be shafts, like, left off of this category, Bardock would definitely be one. For Gohan and Goten, the reason I have them there is because of Goku and his active skill. Goku showing up, like, Goten, like, hey, sure would be great if Dad was here. And then, you know, Goku just arrives from the heavens and, like, he's definitely the savior there. So I think LR, Gohan, and Goten would end up on there just because of Goku's presence back there. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta 100% would count. So would Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from the Shadow Dragon saga. Like, because it's like Goku is, like, struggling so hard against Omega. And then Vegeta shows up and it's like, oh, guess what? We got 2 Super Saiyan 4s now. So I feel like all Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas could end up on here. Now, as for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I do think the baby saga version of him 100% counts. I don't know that the Shadow Dragon, like, the way I have it, like, you know, Goku was just fighting the whole time. Like, it's not like, I know, like, GT completely revolves the entire time around Goku saving the day. Like, that's, the big issue with GT is just literally just stand around and let Goku save the day. Super is similar, but it doesn't feel as bad because Vegeta, for most of the series, is neck and neck with Goku, right? Like, you know, there's points, like, in the Future Trunks arc where it really does seem like Vegeta passes up Goku, right? Like, Goku and Vegeta both get obliterated by Rose, then Vegeta shows back up and it beats Rose's ass. Like, so, you know, like, it's a little bit back and forth, whereas in GT, the whole time, it's just only Goku matters. GT is literally only Goku matters 100% of the time in GT. That's the problem. But, you know, Goku shows up to the Baby Saga. All of those versions, like, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this, like they all should be on there for sure. Again, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan could be there. You know, I'm going to take Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku off. I don't know, because, like, you know, he's kind of just chilling and the androids attack him in Android 13 movie. We'll take him off. Trunks, okay. So, I just, like, thinking of the category, I just feel like every version of Future Trunks should be on here. Like every single version of Future Trunks, like, should pretty much be on here, right? Like, I don't know. It's just, like, I just get that feeling. Like, obviously, you know, that's what would make this category balloon up to 152 units, which I have on here. But, like, you really, most of these Trunkses, I feel like, definitely could fit the bill. Especially this Trunks, for sure. Because, like, I mean, Goku was going to arrive and kill Mecha Frieza and King Cole, but, like, no one else knew that. So it seems as though Trunks really does literally show up out of nowhere to save the day, right? Then, like, most of the Dragon Ball Super Trunkses and stuff like that, I feel like would fit. I do think Spirit Bomb Sword Rage Trunks 100% would count and be on this category, which would make sense, you know, since he just got his EZA, then it'd be on another new category. I do feel like Vegeta in the Android Saga against Android 19 and 20, he is another character that you could sort of count as this. Like, again, it's like, oh, Goku's dead. Like, Goku's out of here. Like, there's nothing they could do. No one is strong enough to mess with the androids. I mean, Piccolo actually was, but we didn't know that at the time. And then Vegeta shows up to pretty much save Goku's life. So, I do feel like Android/Cell Saga Vegeta would qualify here. We already talked about the fusions. All the fusions are pretty much going to be on here. Blue Vegito, all of them. Again, if there's any single Trunks that really should be on here, it's this guy. And then where's the tech one, which I have way down here, and this guy. Because this is the one that takes down the first form Cell, and then this, of course, is the Trunks that takes down 17 and 18. Both of them should definitely be on a savior category. Absolutely, 100%. The Vegetos fusions, Super Saiyan 3 Goku I talked about. Obviously, Gotenks is a leader. He would be there. I mean, again, the way the end of the Buu saga sets up, you know, I feel like most of the Gokus could end up on there. I feel like a lot of the Vegetas probably could end up on there as well. So that's another thing to sort of keep in mind. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 100% is on there. Again, this harkens back to the Buu saga stuff. Not because of the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, but because of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku that fights Fat Buu. I do think that unit would end up on there, which is good. Oob definitely counts, because everyone is taken over by Baby. You know, and they think Goku is dead. So it's Oob. It's on Oob. Oob is the last line of defense. And he shows up to try and save the day. You know, eventually Majub comes out. So I feel like this would be good. This is another category for LR Oob. LR Oob is a very underrated unit with that healing ability, so I would like him on here. Blue Vegeta could be on there, but I'm thinking about it, and I think he will not be. I'm actually going to take the int Blue Vegeta off right now. He definitely could. He could be on there, but we're going to take him off. All of the Ultimate Gohans from the Buu saga would count. I mean, dude, think about his arrival on the battlefield. Like, Piccolo... And, like, they're just, like, stunned. Like, what? And then Piccolo takes one look at him, and he's like, oh, shit. Okay, Gohan is built. He's ready for this. I mean, obviously, Gohan would end up, you know, losing because of his cockiness and overconfidence, but, you know, whatever. But Ultimate Gohan, all of them from the Buu saga would count here. We are definitely going to get a Omega God-level top-tier Ultimate Gohan, I would think. Probably... So, they're doing the Buu Saga celebration in groupings here. We started with the Majin Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know, beginning of the Babidi Saga stuff. Now we're going into Gotenks versus Super Buu. And then I could see the next one potentially being, like, Ultimate Gohan and Gotenks Buu. Then we could potentially then still get, like, Vegeto and Buuhan. And then we could also get, like, an exchange Super Saiyan 3 Goku / Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta unit. And then Kid Buu. Like, they really could... This could be, like, a 6... Like, the Buu Saga is like a 6-part, like, celebration, because there's so many dual Dokkan festivals they could do, and it would be smart of them to do that, because Buu sucks in Dokkan, and he has 500 different forms. You do a bunch of dual Dokkan fests like this, and then we get an amazing God-level exchange, you know, Fat Buu and Skinny Buu. We get a Gotenks Buu who's God-level, then we get a Buu Ultimate Gohan who's God-level, and then one for Kid Buu. It would just work very well for the health of the game, and giving us all those extra super powerful extreme class units would be really nice. Spirit Bomb Sword Rage Trunks definitely needs to be on there, for sure. He definitely should be on the category. A lot of these guys I've already talked about. Okay, any Goku from the fight versus Frieza the first time, like, think of his arrival on the battlefield. He definitely should be in there. You know, the legendary Super Saiyan, all of that, Namek Goku should be on the category for sure. I think Super Saiyan Bardock from the Chilled movie definitely deserves to be on there. You know, he was kind of like the Super Saiyan of legend right there, right? So Bardock, I think Super Saiyan Bardock would end up on there. The Gogetas we talked about. I have this Goku on here, you know, same reason as LR Gohan and Goten. We talked about him. Piccolo. Okay. I do think Dokkan Fest Piccolo was fulfilling that role as well, right? He fuses with Kami, and then he shows up to take down Cell. And then at the time... Piccolo was the only one capable of fighting head-to-head with 17 and 18. And, I mean, 16 obviously was stronger than them all. We didn't realize. But, like, 17 and 18, Piccolo was the only one capable of fighting head-to-head with them at the time. I mean, I guess, technically, by that point, Vegeta and Trunks had probably already surpassed the androids in their training in the Room of Spirit and Time. But this would be good, because this is another category for Dokkan Fest Piccolo. No matter what, he's good, because he does show you where super attacks are. But I don't think... there's no other Namekians on here. Oh! Well, I mean, but this is just another Piccolo unit. But yeah, his arrival on Namek, I think, would count as well. I do have him on there. I don't think Nail would count, or any other Namekian Piccolo unit or anything like that would count. So, unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to fuse with him, but he still could be good on the team. Gotenks, we've talked about. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we've talked about. That blue Vegeta does need to be taken off. I like, the more I think about it, it's just like, I don't foresee them putting blue Vegetas on here. No way. So we can get rid of him. Let me see what else we got here. Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, 1,000,000,000,000,000%. Yep. The way he shows up to take down King Piccolo, he's got to be on there. 17, I think, should be on there. Just with the way things went with him winning the Tournament of Power, I do kind of feel like 17 could make it on there. You could take him off. You could have him on. He would be great for the team with his support type abilities, though. Vegito should be on there. I talked about Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So I feel like you potentially could count the Z Fighters from the Metal Cooler movie, but I am actually going to also remove that Super Saiyan Goku. I just feel like he would not make it onto the category. Again, like, there's no way they're going to drop this category with 150 plus units, so a bunch of these guys are going to get trimmed. Like, the fat is going to be trimmed, right? Easy A Rage Trunks, I do kind of think would be there. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta from the end of the Buu saga, like, I do kind of think, like, all those Vegeta and Gokus sort of would count, right? Gohan we talked about. A lot of the Trunkses I do feel like could end up on there. Ultimate Gohans. Tien, 50% support Tien I do think counts. And that's huge because he doesn't have many categories. But let's just go ahead and take a look at the Super Tech type units that I've got on here. Do you think Tien might be able to help this team out? Look at those Super Tech units. If they would count Tien, like, I haven't even gotten down to this guy. I do think Blue Goku and Vegeta from Resurrection F 100% count, so I do think both of them would be on here. But, like, do the Super Tech units look good enough to you guys? We want Tien on there for sure, so hopefully they would count him. I do think he probably should count. They might do shenanigans and be like, oh, only if they actually win in the fight or something like that, right? But, I mean, if that was the case, then Ultimate Gohan wouldn't end up on the category. And, like, if you have a savior category, like, Ultimate Gohan should be on there. Okay, so there's not, like, it's not a lot of power, but the Saiyan Saga Goku units against Vegeta and Nappa, obviously all of them should be on there for sure. This would be relevant in the future when we obviously are going to get a dual Dokkan Fest from the Saiyan Saga. Kaioken Goku versus Great Ape Vegeta. I mean, it's just obviously going to happen, right? Like, we got LR Vegeta and Nappa for a reason. We got LR Krillin for a reason. We got the T-War Raditz for a reason. They're building the Saiyan Saga up for a reason. Trunks, Gotenks. Ooh, okay. I kind of feel like the Gokus and Vegetas from the Broly movie would count here as well. Maybe not. I mean, again, if there's units that are going to be trimmed here, it would be these guys. But, like, their role to, like, sort of show up to stop Frieza, I don't know. You could take them off. You could leave them on. They probably wouldn't be on there. And then, of course, that would include, like, Blue Coat Vegeta. And, you know, that's also going to include Blue Coat Goku. Their sticker effects look amazing, by the way. Because just the flowing aura looks super good. So, yeah, their stickers are free. Where, you know, Gogeta's doesn't look half as good as the blues, though. Battle of Gods, God Goku. Absolutely is going to be on there every single time. This Kaioken Goku, this is from the fight with Frieza. He definitely should be on there. And that covers most of the important players that I have on here, right? This, of course, is, you know, Goku fighting Baby. Well, I mean, because Super Saiyan 3 Goku does fight Baby twice. The one who fights Baby and loses obviously shouldn't be on the category, and then the one that eventually transforms into the Golden Great Ape should. This one does not have the tail, though. So, but I feel like they probably would just put all of the Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Gokus on the category. I mean, we'd eventually see, right? Majub is on there. Yeah, Bardock I had on there originally, but I took him off, so I'd probably take Bardock off. This Goku traveling to Namek probably would, you know, make it on. This Goku, the Goku from the Battle of Gods, you know, after God Goku runs out and he becomes Super Saiyan, I think would count. More Kid Goku rushing to fight King Piccolo. Like, a lot of those late Buu Saga Gohans would count as well. Like, I think the 50% support Gohan would count as well. Do I have him on here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, like definitely all the Z Sword Gohans and stuff like that. Like, Supreme Kai was basically saying, like, Gohan is the one to save us all. Like, he's a savior. Like, all these Gohans have got to be on there. So that pretty much covers it. Let me know what you guys think of this potential savior category. I mean, obviously, if they did this is one of the best categories in the game, right? Like, this is right up there. Because, like, we just start at the top. Look at the power that's just right there. Like, you know, this would be like, this is a Golden Week, a huge celebration level category team. People would probably summon for Gotenks to get this category, like, for sure. You know, now again, I think a lot of units would be trimmed from it. Like, if I would guess, I would say, like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas probably wouldn't make it. All those Buu Saga Gokus, like this guy, probably would not make it. Oob might not make it. A lot of the Trunkses, almost maybe even all of the Trunkses might not make it. Super Saiyan 3 Goku's might be trimmed, and then maybe even Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan would be as well. But I just see, like, there's no justification. I mean, Dokkan, you know, usually does mess up anyway, but there's no justification for the fusions being left off. You know, and I say that, but they probably would still leave the fusions off anyway, right? So let me know what you guys think. Regardless, I am pretty excited for Gotenks and Boo. We need better versions of Gotenks and Boo, so I'm not really upset about it. They're going to be incredibly fun units as well. Both of them have multiple transformations, right? Like, you know, the Boo is an exchange unit, so it's going to be voiced, which is going to be awesome, right? And then they both have active skills. Like, the Boo unit, these exchange units that then have a separate active skill are going to have multiple, like, voice line dialogue, like, things, right? So the exchange mechanic will be voiced, and then the active skill transforming into Super Boo will also be voiced. And then Gotenks is going to have the voice when he transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks as well. So that stuff is going to be super awesome. A Savior category would be great. Again, people would go so crazy over it. Hopefully they do it. I mean, we will see, though. It does feel at the same time like it's a bit of a pipe dream, right? So, you know, you guys let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.